Oh, I don't know what to say. I just really hate winter. It's just miserable. There's nothing good about winter. I mean, other than the fact that you can drink hot cocoa. I mean, that's the only good part. Oh, until you fucking burn yourself. But winter to me is one of the most miserable times of the year. I honestly cannot think of a single reason why I'd want to be around winter whatsoever. And when I'm talking about winter, I know some of you have the winter season, but no, I'm talking about hardcore, snowy, ice winter. So today we're gonna talk about the 5 reasons to hate winter. Number 5. It's really fucking cold. I mean, honestly, do I need 4 more other reasons other than it's just goddamn cold? I don't think I really do. I go outside and the wind's so cold it makes my face red. Beet red. Just from the wind alone. This isn't talking about the cold part or the snow or ice. No, the wind is so cold that it makes my face red. Plus you can get hypothermia from cold. I mean, I know that part of it's usually if you're like wet and you go outside, but like say you fall into snow and then you get wet and then you can get hypothermia. So there's ways. Plus there's like freezing rain and shit like that. So you can get hypothermia pretty quick and just die. You could just die outside. Like you could go outside and freeze to death within a few hours. Like it doesn't take very long to die in the cold weather, especially if it's like below freezing. If it's below freezing, you might as well count your blessings even if you survive through the night. Winter's the only season where you can walk outside and immediately regret your decision. It's that bad of a season. There are people out there who really, really enjoy winter, and I don't understand that. I don't understand those people. Those people are dead to me. I'm just gonna say that right now. Anyone who loves winter, I don't wanna hear from you. I don't even wanna talk to you. You can put it in the comments. I'm just gonna scroll right past it. Oh, but I love winter. Skip. Oh, but it's so nice. Skip. Oh, but it's so clean and it reminds me of skip. No. No. Number 4. You're stuck inside and there's less to do outside. Now, I like to do stuff outside every once in a while. I like to go out and do something because I hate feeling trapped inside. It gives me that cabin fever situation. I remember a couple years back, we got such a blizzard where literally there was nothing we could do. Our cars were stuck. We were stuck inside. Like it was almost impossible to even open the door. So we just sat around inside. I never felt more trapped in my life. I understand how those polar bears and animals at the zoo feel. I feel like there's nowhere I can go and there's nothing I can do. I'm in a prison cell. I'm not that kind of person. I can't handle that type of craziness. And there's a lot of crazy happening up here to contain in one little place. And like I said, there are fewer things to do outside. So even if it isn't like snowing up to the brim and you can go outside, it's so cold that you don't want to go outside. And there aren't festivals to go to like there are in the summer. You can go to all these different art fairs and things like that, and food festivals and music festivals galore in summer. But in winter, there's nothing. You might get lucky with one, but who's really gonna wanna go to that? Other than the crazies. Other than the people I mentioned in number 5, who are like, oh, but I love winter. Leave. I told you to leave, get out. Plus, when you're inside the whole time, you have the heat on. And what does the heat do? Well, it dries you out. That's the whole point. It's supposed to keep you warm. It's supposed to keep it dry on the inside. But it also keeps you dry in here, which makes you more thirsty, one. And it causes a lot of bloody noses, at least for me. I get so many bloody noses because the dryness in the air. I just can't handle it. I don't know how people could survive in those really dry areas, because the minute I step inside that, I'm just like gushing blood. It's just everywhere. My sinuses cannot take that much heat in one sitting. The only thing that I will give being stuck inside is that I do get a chance to like sit down and finish a book and finish some video games. I'll give it that much. At least that can calm me while I'm going through my cabin fever. But other than that, there's really nothing I can think of that makes me want to deal with winter. That is not enough of a reason that makes me want to stay inside. Number 3, the goddamn ice. It's slippery, it makes you slide, and it makes you fall. I hate the ice. There are so many bruises that I've gotten throughout the years just because I've fallen on ice. And it's not comfortable, I'll tell you that. My mom actually fell on ice and like twisted her ankle. It was like twice the size that it normally was, and it was really black and blue. It's kind of funny because my dog actually was the reason why she fell. But, you know, besides the comedy factor of it, ice really does suck. Ice is the main reason for accidents here, at least in the US, the northern part where there actually is snow. So that is another reason why I hate ice. It just causes so many accidents. Actually, my car has been pretty close to totaled because of ice. I remember there was a guy turning a corner and there's nothing he could do as I was stopped at a stop sign, and he just slid right into me. There's nothing he could do, there's nothing I could do to prevent that situation. It was just happenstance and the fact that ice wanted both of us to die in that very moment. Luckily, we weren't going very fast. It was in a residential area, so there wasn't any death, but still, you know, had we been going a little bit faster, you don't know. Granted, you should never drive fast if it's snowing out. I know that there are people around you that are just flying by, but do the right thing. Be smart, be safe when you drive. Don't be that asshole who thinks, well, I have four-wheel drive and I could make it. No, just learn that ice is merciless and it wants to kill you, especially black ice, because you can't see it. You don't even know where it's gonna be. You think, oh, that's regular cement. I could walk on that, slip dead. You're gone. That's how this works. That's how winter works. Winter wants you dead. Number 2. Snow fucking sucks. It sucks because there's blizzards, and blizzards cause you to be stuck inside. And who really wants to see the snow? I mean, it looks pretty at first, but it doesn't stay pretty. It doesn't stay pretty at all. At first it comes down nice, fluffy, and white, and then a day later it's gross and gray and greasy because everyone's driven over it. It's not fun anymore. Then it turns into ice, which is just as equally as terrible. So there's no reason to like snow. Plus, who wants to shovel snow? Nobody. If you're going through like a day like today, where it just keeps coming down and just doesn't give up, then you're screwed because you have to go out there, shovel, come back in, go out and back and shovel, come back in. It's just all day is shoveling. I mean, you might get some nice biceps. So if you want to work out, you know, you could do some shoveling. That might help because you'll sweat a little bit too because, you know, you're in all that bundled up stuff. So you'll sweat a lot. You might get some pecs here and there. I don't know. It might work out for you. So if you like that part, that might be worth it for you. And it also makes me feel really bad for the hobos out there who do not have homes. People who do not have homes, especially in the winter, like, it's really hard for me to say no to somebody, so I always try to give them money. And that's another thing. I don't really have that much money to give to other people. So another reason why snow sucks is that it makes me feel guilty for not giving somebody money who might not need it, to be honest, because there's a lot of sneaky people out there who say that they're homeless, but they're not really. And that kind of is a shitty thing, to be honest. So use your best judgment when it comes to the hobo thing, but like, it just makes me feel really bad. Sometimes what I like to do is I just buy them a coffee, so that way they could be a little bit warm. Or another thing you could do is you could actually buy bus passes, and so that way when somebody comes up to you and says, oh, you know, I just need a ride on the bus, you could be like, oh, I just happen to have a bus pass, here you go. And then you don't have to give them money. And then if they don't need the bus pass, well, then they'll basically say it. I've had people say, oh, I really would need money for a bus. Oh, I have a bus pass, here you go. Oh, never mind. To be honest, I don't like being lied to more than I feel bad for them, so it really works out in the end. Granted, you might get lucky and there are snow days. When I was in school, it was the best thing ever. Snow days were the best. I didn't have to go in because it was snowing. Awesome, I'm playing video games all day. But once you start working a little bit and you have deadlines and you have things that you need to finish and you have people you need to see on a daily basis, it gets a little bit more difficult. Having a snow day actually puts you behind on your work. So snow days are good and bad depending on how bad it is and what you need to do that day. And then finally, number 1. You can't wear tank tops and you have to wear more clothes. I hate wearing a lot of clothes all at once. Don't get me wrong, I love scarves and I love jackets and I love sweaters, but I can only take it for so long. I like it up to the point where fall comes. Fall fashion is my favorite fashion, and I'll tell anybody that. It is my favorite time of the year because you can wear things basically almost to the point of winter, but you can still go outside and enjoy it, and it's not too layered up. In winter, you're so bundled up, you don't see what's on underneath you, so you don't get to see that cute little sweater that you're wearing. You don't get to see that nice scarf that you have on underneath because you have a big bulky jacket because it's below freezing outside and you're just trying to keep yourself warm. And I love my tank tops. I would just wear tank tops like every fucking day. In summer, I'm pretty sure You've seen in most of my videos during that time, I was wearing a tank top in almost every video. And that's because I just like wearing them. I don't like wearing a lot of clothes if I don't have to. And that is my favorite part about summer. And it's my least favorite part about winter. I just want to wear nice, cute, slimming tank tops. Things that are just like almost nothing. If I could wear the least amount of clothes, I would love to. And please, by all means, send me to a place where I could just live off of tank tops and shorts and sandals, because I would be in heaven. Granted, I would miss the fall weather, but I'm pretty sure I'd still wear those on like the cooler days, because you know, it's not always hot everywhere. They're gonna have a cooler day here and there, so I'll still have my fall weather getup, so I'm not too worried about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a like, give it a subscribe, and put in the comments down below why you hate winter, because I know you do. And anyone who's still here when I told you not to be, just leave, don't comment, I'm not gonna read it. And don't forget, I have all my social media, and you can find that in the description below, as well as my other channel, What's It To You Productions. You can find that where me and a bunch of other people do a bunch of different fun videos. And we have a couple challenges out there that are pretty fun. So look for those as well. So I'll see you next time, my little snowmen and women.